Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're looking at a few ranked games played by Justin, AJG and RaiseBull on the US East server just the other day. Now you might have noticed there that RaiseBull and AJG both have something in the range of 120 to 130 ping, and that is because they are both South American players. Actually, they play for one of the best, if not the best teams in South America, and that would explain their RLCX Major Champion title that they're rocking, something Justin's decided not to go for himself. But these guys, it's pretty cool to see them teaming up with Justin. They just randomly matched up with him. They were already partied. Then they threw out the party up invite to Justin, who accepted, and they played a whole bunch of ranked games together. We're going to take a look at a few of them, see how they got on in the ranked games that are actually in the database. Now, one of the other cool things about AJG and RaiseBull is that not only are they some of the best players in South America, but actually they make up 2/3 of the first ever South American team to win an event in South America that is not majority Brazilian. So just like North America, Middle East, South America is a region that's dominated by one country. And I mean, South America still is dominated by Brazil overall. It is mostly Brazilian players at the top level. But AJG is from Argentina, and RaiseBull is from Chile, and their third player on their team, Shad, is also from Argentina. So it's really cool to see the other communities, the other countries in South America stepping up recently and putting up great results. Now, yeah, Justin needs no introduction. We all know who he is, and you know, this game and a lot of the other ones, they were just trying to get used to how to play with each other, and in this game they were matching up against the Leaks, Pimperick and Mexos. Mexos from Ghost Gaming, of course. So this is going to be a tough one, and playing with 120, 130 ping is very difficult to do, and I think it does actually explain why the South American players are so quick. I think their ability to play on the US East server, even with a ping disadvantage, helps them to work on their speed as a region and as individual players. They are definitely very quick, and when I was putting out tweets recently and putting out content all around and all about speed of players, there was a lot of comments from the community about South America and how quick they are. And over the entirety of the RLCSX season, they have ended up actually being the third fastest region behind Middle East and Europe. Middle East, of course, were calculated from the APL event that happened recently. Yeah, South America are right up there with Europe and North America. They're very speedy boys, but the passing plays from their opponents here are completely tearing them apart. Lack of ball pressure has been the main cause of those two goals, leaving goalkeepers completely stranded against incoming shots. But you can already see that as far as mechanics go and as far as individual skill goes, RaiseBull and AJG are definitely up there. They're definitely capable. And I'm sure that the synergy is playing a big part to their current demise. Justin just trying to get a read on where everything's going. Yeah, I would love to see more stuff like this. This is a really cool thing to see happen. I've got to give a shout out to Justin. I've got to give him credit for this, because whenever people throw me a random party invite, obviously I'm not getting thrown party invites by RLCSX Major Champions, but I usually just ignore it and continue on with my solo queue or duo queue, whatever it happens to be. But Justin instantly accepts it. He's thinking, okay, let's see what these guys have got. I'm sure he's played against AJJ and RaiseBull before, as these guys do queue to the US East server quite a lot from South America. But yeah, it's a really cool collab. So I think South America US East competition is something that is largely unexplored. We hear a lot about Europe versus Middle East because of the matches that happened last year between those two regions. But South America and US East have the same kind of relationship. South America are the Middle East to to North America, just like Middle East are to Europe. It's quite similar play as well. Very fast, extremely confident play. And I will also say that one of the weaknesses that I've noticed between those two regions is the defensive positioning. I think that defensive positioning is something that needs to be worked on if those two regions are to be completely competitive against Europe and America, who I still think are the two best in the business. But if you give these guys time, I'm sure they would be able to get up to that level pretty quickly, especially your top 2 teams in South America. True Neutral, that is a team of FairJame, AJG, and Shad. And as well, Furia, I believe is the current team name, the current org for Hard, Io, and Tander, the all-Brazilian team that are the main rivals to True Neutral. But back to the present, well, I guess it's a replay, so not really the present. Back to the past present. Not the best ranked game here, but you know what happens. Every ranked game is a one-off. Every ranked game is not to be taken too seriously. Yeah, well played by the NA ranked Warriors. Just able to put together some very nice passing plays early on here and exploit the space that was given to them by Justin, AJG, and RaiseBull. Let's get into another game and see if the orange team here can fare any better. Okay, let's get into it. It's actually a rematch. So these games are being shown to you guys in the order that they happened. And it's a straight up run back. And what a start. Oh my goodness, this is RaiseBull POV for this game. We're on Justin for the last game. We'll watch the third from AJG's POV. But very nice flip reset attempt there right off the kickoff. And going to continue with the shots on target, just testing the goalkeeping early on. But Mekto's always going to save anything from that range. Good positioning in the back post there from RaiseBull actually. As he waits for Justin Center to come across. And another quick turnaround. And this time a goal. As third man for the blue team creeps a little bit too far out of position. Power shot there from RaiseBull, puts it past him. Just for anyone's information, if this is the first time or if this is one of the first times that you've heard about the South American pro scene, you want to know more, be sure to just check out their last major event of the season. It's actually going to be happening not this weekend, but the one after. Let me actually just check the dates so I can tell you exactly when it's going to be. I'm looking forward to it because I'm going to be casting that event. It's going to be a ton of fun. Yeah, it's the 8th and 9th of May if you want to tune into the last major event of the season for South America. It's not the last event of the season. There will be, of course, the championships, the best of set between the top 2 teams who are already decided. That will be AJG, RaiseBull's team, True Neutral against Furia. They're top 2 by a long way. I believe it's already decided at least. But yeah, that's their last major event is going to be happening very soon. South American Rocket League, extremely fun to watch. So RaiseBull sticks in a second for himself, a little bit of chaos in the box, and a well-placed shot. He dodged early there to put it right over the goalkeeper's head, and the reaction wasn't fast enough. RaiseBull always looking for ways to join the attack, which is interesting to see the positions that he chooses to do that from. Always making himself an option. You know, the main keys to staying relevant in offensive plays in 3v3, one of them is just ball cam. You've got to leave ball cam on. You know, driving around looking for boosts with ball cam off. There's an easy way to miss out on passing opportunities. Oh, that's actually a third goal for RaiseBull. I didn't think that one was going to make it in, but the defense has really struggled to keep up with his shots in this game. He's been able to just put them slightly out of reach every time. But apart from leaving on ball cam, the other things that will really help you do what RaiseBull's doing in this game and just stay involved in every offensive play are boost management. You never want to be boost starved, because if you're completely out of boost, it really does limit your options and it limits your ability to join an attack. Even having 12, 20 boost can be all you need to accelerate into position and to get shots off that would otherwise not be possible. And lastly, it's all about that positioning. You want to position yourself in space. Try to be where the opponents can't get to, and also try to be in positions that your teammates can hit the ball towards. Got to think about vision there. And another goal goes in for the blue team. Passing and pressure for the blue team in these games has been very good. Mekto still hasn't accepted their party invite if they've sent him one, but hey, they should. I think if you're able to go pretty even with Justin, AJG, and RaiseBull in ranked, yeah, you gotta party up there. Why aren't you already in a party after last game? Synergy's been on point for these guys. Oh, what a shot. AJG getting on the end of Justin's pass. Now RaiseBull looking for Justin in the middle. Justin didn't want to commit on that because it wouldn't have been a safe play. AJG wasn't quite fully recovered. So Justin decided to just sit back and let the pass just go to the goalkeeper. I'm sure if this was late in the game and they were losing, we would have seen Justin advance on that play. No question about it. Raise Bull saving his dodge till late in the air there. Trying to surprise the defense with a last second acceleration of the ball. Speaking of surprising the defense, Justin doing the same thing, and that was actually a great pass from AJG. Brilliant vision, and like I talked about earlier, Raisebill's putting himself in a position there. It's very easy, one, for AJG to see, and two, for AJG to pass the ball towards. So those are the keys. You've got to be in your teammates' vision and preferably out of the direct line of sight of the defenders. So straight after spawning under the ball, Raisbill just tries to get away from it. He doesn't want to be under the ball there. Very awkward position to be in. You know, it looks like a late commit on the play there, but with the ping that these guys are playing with, I mean, this is actually a worse server than the last one. all the way up 170 for AJG. You know, some of these plays might look like 50-50s on these guys' screens. So right there, it looks a bit odd. You think, why is Raisbill going for that? It clearly looks like he's getting beaten. But in fact, his POV could very easily look like a 50-50. It's hard to remember that even at a pro level. When you're playing with really high ping, you've got to constantly remind yourself, things that look like 50-50s, they're not 50-50s. You're actually just getting beat to the ball. And if it looks like you're beating someone to the ball, it's probably a 50-50, depending on the margins. Another tie game. Raisbill, oh, he turned in just a bit too early there. He would have, you know, preferred to stay at the back post. Great approach by Mexless. Justin with a fantastic save. Yeah, Raisbill's back post positioning really does help him get involved in so many offensive plays. He's very easy to pass to, especially in this game. And into overtime we go. So it's definitely been the blue team who have had the edge in these matches, but who's going to clutch it up now that they've been playing against each other for about 10 minutes? They've had a while to adapt to one another. Raisbill on a hat trick already. We've seen a very defensive Justin, but oh my goodness, Justin's defense really showing up huge. A couple of huge saves actually in this game alone. And that one was with a pre-jump as well. You know, Justin he's one of those players who's always stealing the spotlight. Well, I shouldn't say stealing, it's definitely his to begin with. But you know, he's always in the spotlight for his offense, but defensively he's an excellent player as well. Oh, how about that for a shot? Raisbill in off the top corner. We have to take another look at that one. That was a beauty. Perfect placement as Justin just brings the ball to the back post, and that's always where Raisbill's going to be. So, one game loss, one game win, but let's see if they can finish this little video with a winning or a losing record. So the last game that we're going to be able to watch here, it's another pretty high ping server for AJG, and we're going to be on his perspective for this game. We've already seen a game from Justin and a game from Raisbill. Lots of ball cam on and off here from AJG. I mean, that's how you keep an eye on two places at once. You just flick it on and off. He wants to make sure that he's grabbing that boost, but also wants to keep an eye on the play. And yeah, we're seeing a lot more of that already. Ton of ball cam toggling from AJG. And now an accidental side flip, followed by, of course, another ball cam toggle and another one. I didn't know that he was going to be doing it this much. That's a confident double touch approach. Good save by Oni. New team here, new opponents, full team that they're up against. AJG definitely could have passed over more boost pads on his way back. You know, he should never be arriving back in defense. Well, maybe never is the wrong word, but it's rare to see, and it's usually not something you want to see. Arriving back in defense with absolutely no boost when you've had a bit of travel time. Yeah, this is definitely something that you'll want to do in your games. Lots of ball cam on and off. My goodness, I've never seen anybody do it this much. This is crazy. He really is keeping an eye on two places at once. Constantly looking to pass the ball to Raisbill out of defense now before bumping an opponent away from the ball so Justin can challenge. This is ridiculous though. He really is addicted to turning ball cam on and off. I've never seen it happen this much, this frequently. From any pro player, probably throughout Rocket League history, but we'll have to wait and see. Maybe it's just he just really felt like it in this game. Oh, bit of a team bump there, but AJG couldn't get it across for Justin. No, it definitely wasn't just the start of this game. He's still doing that. He wants that APM nice and high. Actions per minute must be through the roof for AJG. He is spamming that ball cam toggle. That's a stat I would love to see tracked now that I've seen this first couple of minutes here. Who toggles ball cam the most in pro play? I wonder if he uses hold ball cam as well. Because, you know, default Rocket League controller settings are, I believe, still to this day, hold ball cam. Is it changed? I'm not a controller player, so I'm not sure if it has ever been changed, if the default settings have ever been altered. And obviously, back in the day, default settings, and I imagine they're still the same, used to be really, really difficult for Rocket League. A lot of pro players just ended up running with them and using them because they were used to it from SARP initially, and even newer players coming in, they just got accustomed to the settings, even though you have to do a lot of stuff with the same, well, with your thumb, basically. You're gonna be holding, if you're using hold ball cam, you have to hold ball cam with your thumb, and you also have to jump, boost, and power slide, and air roll with your thumb. If you're doing default settings, so it's crazy. You just have to really mash that unless you use claw grip. It looks like we're going to have a goal here for AJG after Justin dismantles the defense with a flip reset play. They were all up in the air and all missing the ball. Constant threat of Justin. He's always able to get the ball past so many players at once. And now wild follow-up bump AJG. That would have been really cool if he got up to it, but he slapped it so hard that there was really no catching it. Yeah, like I said earlier, the confidence in the air from these guys, it is not lacking. That was a good shot there from AJG. He made sure that he would be uncontested by attacking it early. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, wouldn't be surprised if AJG is a whole ball cam player with this much toggling going on. If he's not, then he really is just, he is spamming that button. That's, you know, the one advantage of full ball cam is with one release and press of the button, you turn ball cam off and on again, whereas if you do use toggle, you need to fully press the button 2 times to achieve the same thing. So in a way it could be easier, but obviously it restricts the movement of your hand. A wild pre-jump from AJG. Obviously, we've seen 3 games here in this video, but there were more played. AJG, my goodness, my guy. This is mad. Like I said, I stand by what I said before. I've never seen anybody toggle ball cam this much at pro level. I wonder if he's inspired any of you guys watching to give this a go. Become a true viewer of 2 positions at once. He is the Rocket League player with eyes on the back of his head, quite literally. You know, if these games are anything to go by, and I know you don't want to just look at 3 ranked games to make your decision, but I think these have been a pretty good representation of the mechanical ability of AJG and RazeBull. They are able to do fantastic things. They're very smooth movers of the ball, and you know, they're very good at recovering quickly with their cars. That's a good assist there, AJG giving it to Justin in the middle, and that'll be a forfeit in game 3. So great stuff from AJG in this game, RazeBull in the last game, and Justin throughout. You know, all 3 of them played pretty well here. But yeah, like I said, this is a region that for now I think is probably falling back just a little bit compared to NA and EU. But if if LANs come back in the future, which I'm sure they will, I think South America's got the potential, given enough practice time against the top teams, to really advance and make strides internationally, because the mechanics are there and the confidence is there. And those are 2 really important things in Pro Rocket League, especially on LAN. Of course, NA and SAM do get to compete in lobbies like this, but this is a really difficult connection to play with. I mean, especially AJG here, 164 ping, that is a lot. That is a really big difference. I mean, that's double the ping that most Middle East players get to the EU servers. And I think this is also why Middle East players are more competitive in the rank ladder, because they play on EU servers with a better connection than this. If South American players play on the USE server, yeah, their connections are they're playable. I mean, this is playable. Clearly, AJG and RazeBull able to play this, but it's hard to really push yourself up there consistently, because Man, 164. It's really impressive to me. I just want to give all the praise to the South American players who can climb and do climb on the UFC server, because this is tough. This is a total different game than 80 ping, 90 ping, even 70 ping that some US West players get to the East Coast servers and Middle East players get to the Europe servers. So that's AJJ and RaceBull. Be sure to check their team out on the 8th and 9th of May in the major event for RLCSX if you want to see more of them against the South American competition. Really fun region to watch, all about offense. It's like watching heavyweight boxers with no defense, but solid chins fighting, because there's just goals flying in when you watch this region. Plenty of mechanics on show as well. But for now, that's all we got time for. Justin, AJG, and RaceBull taking the 2-1 win over the NA ranked, at least in the replays on the database. I'll be back very soon with more content recorded and live streamed. So I'll see you soon.